In the heart of Sierra Leone, nestled among rolling hills and shaded by ancient baobab trees, lies the serene village of Njala. Here, life flows like the nearby river, carrying with it the laughter of children and the songs of women at work. Among them is Aminata, a spirited young girl whose heart beats with the rhythm of her village. Aminata is known for her boundless curiosity and infectious kindness. With her braided hair adorned with colorful beads and her bright eyes reflecting the wisdom of her elders, she moves through the village with grace and determination. Today, she wears a vibrant Creole attire, the fabric swirling around her as she makes her way to the village well. The well, carved from solid rock generations ago, stands as a lifeline for Anjala. Its cool waters quench the thirst of villagers and sustain their crops in the sweltering African sun. Aminata approaches it with a gourd in hand, ready to draw water for her family's evening meal. Her smile radiates warmth as she greets neighbors and shares laughter over tales of the day's happenings. As dusk settles over Anjala, casting long shadows across the village, Aminata notices a figure approaching from the edge of the baobab grove. The elder moves with a quiet grace, their steps deliberate and unhurried. Aminata's curiosity is piqued, for she has never seen this visitor before. The elder's appearance is striking. Draped in robes of earthy hues that seem to blend seamlessly with the landscape, they wear a necklace adorned with charms and symbols of wisdom, ancient symbols that speak of knowledge passed down through generations. Their face, weathered by time yet illuminated by eyes that sparkle with an otherworldly light, holds a serene expression that instantly puts Aminata at ease. As the elder draws nearer, Aminata feels a gentle warmth radiating from them, a magical aura that seems to envelop her in a sense of peace and wonder. She senses there is something extraordinary about this visitor, something beyond the ordinary rhythms of village life. In the days that follow, Aminata finds herself thinking often of the mysterious elder and their serene presence. She wonders about the tales whispered among villagers, stories of wishes granted and destinies changed by encounters such as hers. One evening, as she sits under the canopy of stars, Aminata gazes at the village well shimmering in the moonlight. It has been the heart of Anjala for generations, providing life-giving water to all who dwell here. But Aminata, with her keen eyes and compassionate heart, notices the signs of strain during dry spells, the weary lines etched on faces of women who trek farther each day in search of water, the parched fields pleading for relief. With resolve shining in her eyes, Aminata makes a decision that will shape the future of her village. At dawn's first light, she seeks out the elder once more, finding them seated beneath the oldest baobab tree. With humility and clarity, she shares her wish, for the village well to never run dry, ensuring water for all, forever. Her motivations are pure and selfless. Aminata sees beyond her own needs, driven by a deep concern for her community's well-being. She recalls the stories of unity and resilience passed down by her grandmother, tales that speak of the strength found in caring for one another. The elder listens with a knowing smile, their eyes reflecting pride in Aminata's courage and compassion. With a nod of understanding, they grant her wish, their voice carrying the weight of ancient promises made and kept. With resolve shining in her eyes, Aminata makes a decision that will shape the future of her village. At dawn's first light, she seeks out the elder once more, finding them seated beneath the oldest baobab tree. With humility and clarity, she shares her wish, for the village well to never run dry, ensuring water for all, forever. Her motivations are pure and selfless. Aminata sees beyond her own needs, driven by a deep concern for her community's well-being. She recalls the stories of unity and resilience passed down by her grandmother, tales that speak of the strength found in caring for one another. The elder listens with a knowing smile, their eyes reflecting pride in Aminata's courage and compassion. With a nod of understanding, they grant her wish, their voice carrying the weight of ancient promises made and kept. Aminata'S Wish, spoken with sincerity and fueled by love for her village, blossoms into reality. From the moment the elder grants her request, a transformation sweeps through Njala like the first rains of the season. At dawn, the village wakes to the sound of laughter and the rhythmic beat of drums echoing through the streets. Aminata emerges from her family's hut to find the village well overflowing with clear, cool water, a testament to the magic woven into her heartfelt plea. Word spreads swiftly, carried on the lips of excited children and wise elders alike. Villagers gather around the well, their faces aglow with awe and gratitude. Women balance gourds brimming with water on their heads, exchanging joyful embraces and heartfelt thanks. Men clap hands and stomp feet to the lively rhythms of drummers, whose beats pulse with the heartbeat of Anjala itself. Dancers adorned in vibrant traditional attire twirl and sway, their movements a celebration of newfound abundance. Beads and feathers glisten in the sunlight, each step a testament to the resilience and unity of the village. Aminata stands among them, her heart swelling with pride as she witnesses the fruits of her wish. Amidst the jubilation in Anjala, there lurks a shadow of envy cast by Bokai, a neighboring villager who has long harbored resentment towards Aminata and her village. Unlike Anjala, Bokai's own village has struggled with scarcity, and the sight of their neighbor's newfound prosperity stirs a bitter ache within him. Bokai's jealousy festers in the quiet corners of his heart, fueling thoughts of retribution. Under the veil of darkness, he sneaks through the tangled paths that separate the villages, his footsteps muffled by the whispering leaves of the jungle. His eyes gleam with malice as he formulates a plan to disrupt Aminata'S Wish, to ensure that Anjala's joy is short-lived. His resentment deepens with each step, thoughts swirling of how he can undermine the harmony that Aminata'S Wish has brought. He recalls tales of spirits that roam the forest, whispering promises of power to those who dare invoke their names. Bokai, driven by envy and desperation, is willing to risk all to see Anjala brought low. As dawn breaks over Anjala, a hushed unease settles upon the village like a shroud. Overnight, the air has turned dry and brittle, the usual whispers of the wind replaced by an eerie stillness. Aminata, who once danced with joy around the village well, now feels a knot of worry tightening in her chest. Bokai's clandestine actions have borne bitter fruit. The once abundant waters of the village well now dwindle to a mere trickle. The crops that once thrived under Anjala's careworn hands now wither in the unrelenting sun, their leaves curling and turning brown as the earth cracks beneath them. Villagers gather in anxious clusters, their faces etched with concern as they exchange fearful murmurs. Women clutch empty gourds and baskets, their brows furrowed with worry for their families. Children, once buoyant with laughter, now cast worried glances at the cloudless sky that stretches endlessly above them. Aminata, too, feels the weight of the village's despair pressing upon her shoulders. She wanders among the wilted fields, her heart heavy with sadness for the suffering of her people. Her eyes, once bright with hope, now reflect the deepening shadows of uncertainty that loom over Anjala. Amidst the parched fields and dwindling hope, Aminata refuses to succumb to despair. With unwavering resolve, she seeks out the elder once more, guided by a flicker of hope that still burns within her heart. Beneath the shade of the oldest baobab tree, where whispers of wisdom linger like a comforting embrace, she finds solace in the elder's presence. Aminata's face, usually radiant with youthful exuberance, now bears the weight of her village's plight. Yet, there is a fire in her eyes, a determination born from love and responsibility for her community. She listens intently as the elder imparts words of ancient wisdom, their voice a soothing balm to her troubled spirit. Under the canopy of the baobab tree, surrounded by the murmurs of the wind and the rustling of leaves, Aminata's thoughts weave a tapestry of possibilities. Her mind races with ideas, each thread a potential lifeline for Njala in its time of need. She reflects on the resilience of her ancestors, drawing strength from their stories of overcoming adversity with unity and ingenuity. As she gazes out across the village, her gaze falls upon the wilted crops and the empty gourds of her fellow villagers. Aminata vows silently to herself, a vow to find a solution, to restore the vibrancy that once thrived within Anjala's heart. Fueled by determination and guided by the elders' wisdom, Aminata embarks on a journey that will test her courage and determination. With a heart full of hope and a spirit strengthened by resolve, she sets forth from Njala into the heart of the lush jungle that surrounds her village. The forest welcomes her with a symphony of bird songs and the rustling of leaves stirred by unseen breezes. Aminata navigates through the dense undergrowth, her path illuminated by dappled sunlight filtering through the canopy above. Around her, exotic wildlife stirs, a kaleidoscope of vibrant feathers and gleaming eyes that watch her progress with curiosity. She follows the winding course of a river, its waters sparkling like liquid silver under the midday sun. Aminata's footsteps are sure and steady, guided by a sense of purpose that grows stronger with each passing mile. The elder's words echo in her mind, urging her onward in her quest to find the rain spirit, the mystical being whose tears can quench the thirst of Anjala's parched earth. As she travels deeper into the heart of the jungle, Aminata encounters challenges that test her resourcefulness and resilience. Yet, she presses on, her determination unwavering as she draws closer to the elusive rain spirit that holds the key to restoring her village's vitality. After days of journeying through the vibrant jungle, Aminata reaches the heart of a hidden grove known only to those who seek communion with the elements. Here, amidst swirling mists and the gentle whisper of unseen forces, she encounters the rain spirit, a majestic deity that embodies the essence of life-giving rain. The rain spirit manifests before Aminata with an ethereal grace that defies mortal comprehension. Its form is fluid and ever-changing, shimmering with hues of azure and silver like the dancing reflections on a rain-soaked pond. Eyes the color of storm clouds regard Aminata with a wisdom as ancient as the earth itself, conveying a depth of understanding that transcends words. Gentle tendrils of mist swirl around the rain spirit, caressing its luminous form with a touch that is both soothing and invigorating. Aminata feels a sense of awe and reverence wash over her as she stands before this embodiment of nature's power and beauty. Despite its formidable presence, the rain spirit exudes a gentle demeanor that calms Aminata's spirit. Its voice resonates like distant thunder, speaking in tones that carry the promise of renewal and abundance. Through its words, Aminata senses the spirit's desire to bring nourishment to the land and solace to those who dwell within it. Aminata stands before the rain spirit, her heart heavy with the weight of her village's struggles. She speaks with earnestness born of desperation, pleading for rain to save Njala from the grip of drought. The spirit listens, its luminous form pulsating gently with the ebb and flow of unseen energies. In response to Aminata's plea, the rain spirit offers a solemn bargain, a pact forged in the ancient traditions that bind mortals and deities alike. It lays out conditions for granting her request, each condition a test of Aminata's commitment and resolve. First, the rain spirit asks for a promise of unity among the villagers, a pledge to set aside differences and stand together in the face of adversity. It seeks assurances that Anjala will embrace harmony and cooperation, recognizing that strength lies in solidarity. Second, the spirit demands a gesture of stewardship, a vow to safeguard the natural balance that sustains life in the village. It requires Aminata and her people to cherish and protect the land, nurturing its bounty with reverence and care. Lastly, the rain spirit asks for a token of faith, a symbol of Aminata's unwavering belief in the spirit's power to bring rain. It requires a sacred offering, a manifestation of trust that bridges the realms of mortal and divine. As Aminata considers the spirit's conditions, she understands the gravity of the bargain before her. With determination blazing in her eyes, she accepts the rain spirit's terms, knowing that the fate of Anjala rests upon her shoulders and the bonds she will forge with her village. Aminata returns to Njala and shares the rain spirit's conditions with the villagers. Together, they gather under the shade of the baobab tree, setting aside differences and embracing unity. Through heartfelt conversations and shared determination, they forge bonds stronger than ever before, preparing for the challenges ahead. With unity achieved, Aminata leads efforts to steward the land. Villagers work tirelessly to revive the wilted crops and restore the vitality of Njala's fields. They implement sustainable practices, honoring the natural balance that sustains their community. Aminata teaches the younger generation the importance of respecting the earth and nurturing its bounty. Aminata seeks guidance from the village elders on choosing a token of faith. Together, they select a treasured relic, an ancient clay vessel passed down through generations. The vessel symbolizes their unwavering belief in the rain spirit's power to bring rain and renewal to Njala. Villagers gather around the sacred offering, infusing it with prayers and hopes for a brighter future. Under the guidance of the elders, Aminata leads the village in a solemn ritual to honor their pact with the rain spirit. They gather at sunrise, chanting ancient hymns and offering the token of faith to the heavens. Aminata's voice rings out strong and clear, her words carrying the collective spirit of Njala's resolve. The ritual culminates in a moment of profound connection with nature, as they await the rain spirit's response. Days pass, and hope flickers like a candle in the wind. Just as doubts begin to creep in, dark clouds gather on the horizon. Thunder rumbles in the distance, signaling the approach of a long-awaited storm. Villagers watch with bated breath as raindrops begin to fall, gentle at first, then with increasing intensity. Joyous shouts ring through Njala as the heavens open, showering the parched earth with life-giving rain. The rain continues to pour, rejuvenating Njala with each precious drop. Streams swell with fresh water, filling the village well to overflowing. Crops revive under the nourishing rain, their leaves unfurling in vibrant greens. Villagers dance and sing in celebration, their faces illuminated by the promise of abundance and renewal. Aminata stands at the heart of the festivities, her eyes sparkling with gratitude for the rain spirit's blessing. In the aftermath of the drought, Njala thrives once more. Villagers express heartfelt